Alright, we are live here with the Formula Micros, actually, and I think Steve has joined, so we'll be giving Steve a teleport before we get cars out on the track. But we'll go once he's teleported. I just need to get him moved. So you could take the NOS car, honestly, if you want, Steve, or you could take... Actually, yeah. So, that being said, let's have a look at our field. The first car up here today, we have... in the number 10 is Connor Farms. We saw him yesterday in the midgets. So let's see what Moneyman himself can do today. Green flag out for you. Gonna have 5 laps around the racetrack. Now taking over the number 10 dark red maroon slash whatever else you want to call it, almost like a burgundy red black car. We saw Mr. Monaco running this car in the past. Today it's gonna be taken over by Moneyman. Making its way around the track, across the start-finish line, 11.032 for lap 1. Purple Sector 1 not looking bad at all. A sub-second Sector 1. Across the start-finish line, it's a 11.265. It's going to have 3 more laps. Making its way now across the front straightaway, lap 3. Excuse me there. Purple Sector 1 making his way down into the white flag. 1 lap to go here for Connor Farms. The checkered flag going to come out. He's making his way through the final time through 3 and 4 and down the front straightaway. And you are done. Thank you, sir. Please pull into the infield. Alright, so up next here, it is Best Vibes. He did show up to the midget race yesterday, got 3rd place out in default. However, he's a very fast driver. He looked quick in practice, so he could shake things up today. He's making his way high through 3 and 4, carry speed across the front straightaway. 1 and 2, he's going to go down below the yellow line, making his way down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Purple Sector 2, looking fast in Sector 1. Down the front straightaway, he goes top of the ward. 10.842, Purple Sector 1. He's going to carry more pace around the racetrack. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for lap 2. What can he set this time around? 10.882, so he's looking pretty consistent there in the 10.8s. Can he get below it? We saw 10.7s in practice. It's going to be hard to know that in the course of 5 laps. Now with 2 more shots to go at it. But he's very consistent with those 10.8s. Down the front straightaway, white flag in the air for 824BB, Best Vibe around 1 and 2, down the back straightaway, 1 final time. A Purple Sector 2, can they go quicker? The checkered flag going to come out? They do not. Good job there by the 45 Meme Racing Machine. You are cleared to the infield. And who's... Ah, it's East 951. Well, you know what, I'll let you start up there. No, you're good. Sure. If Dabcat lets you, you can. The East is clear to the track. So talk that through with Dabcat. If he lets you, then you can. Asphalt Racer Braden already trash talking your current top time at 10.842 set by Best Vibe. East 951 make his way around the track. He's gotten a Formula Micro win before. He won it at Richmond, I believe, in 2023? I was going to say last year. I think it was the year before that. It's been a bit of a while. Going to tap a wall. 11.132 for East 951 on his second lap. He's going to have 3 more shots in it. A green Sector 2 down the front straightaway. Second on the board. A 11.018. 2 to go now. Both Sector 1, Sector 2 green as he makes his way through the final turn. He's going to have to let off a little bit. White flag. East 951 runs a little bit high. I don't know if he's going to be able to set a sub 11 here, but that's all right. Checker flag coming out for East 951. And that's in the field, Stephen Waters. Steve, you're clear to the track. He's pull it off, please. Alright, so taking over the number 20 NOS Energy Machine. That might just be running for the DNS point. We will see. However, Stephen Waters making his way down the racetrack, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He showed up without practice. He could have gotten some before the official session. We'll be seeing. He's running on lane 3 through 1 and 2. He's going to make his rounds through 3 and 4. Tips a little bit lower out of 4. 1.399. Not bad. In sector 1, making his way down the back straightaway for lap number 3. And across the front straight he goes, second on the board at 10.953, 2 to go. Steve, you could go. There's five laps. So if you build up speed here, you can get enough maybe for one more lap. Might look a little bit iffy here. You had to shift into it. A little confused by the format, but the 5-lap qualifying and looks a short shifted, so this is going to be it for you, Steve. Please pull into the infield. Alright, next up in the 054, a DGS sponsored car. It's going to be Dabcat. Alright, Dabcat, you're clear to the racetrack. We set this car up today, and he will be making his way around the racetrack, across the start-finish line. His first lap is a go. That is a purple, white, and orange machine making the way down the racetrack into 3 and 4 to mark his first lap. Not a bad looking sector 2. He's going to set third fastest, 10.999. I want to mention this fella here has a broken wrist. He's a German fella. I think that's what he wants to say about the race. 999, 10.98. 10.918. He's got 2 green sectors here onto lap 3. Can he go top of the board? Does not. He's going to have 2 more shots at it. Green sector 1, green sector 2, but he slaps the outside wall. This could be his last shot to go any quicker. 824B set a good time for pole. Here's his opportunity. Green sector 1, making his way down the back straightaway. Now to 3 and 4 across the start-finish line. Checker flag. Unfortunately for him, it's still not going to be fast enough. Good enough for a very strong starting position overall. So good job on him. Up next here in the 951, it is RBO Fan. Taking over East 951's machine. You are clear to the racetrack. Alright, he's going to make his way out. The 951 through 3 and 4. Is, I believe, first time in the Formula Micros making his debut. He's been around for a little while. Big lag spike off of 1. He does continue to push on through 3 and 4. Lap 1, 12.353. Gonna have 4 more shots to go quicker here. He looks like he's en route for that. 2 green sectors. Now across the start-finish line, 11.453. Again, another green sector 1. Makes his way down the back straight into 3 and 4. A little bit tight on the entry. 2 laps to go here. Green sector 2 across the start-finish line, 11.121. 1 more lap to go. The green sector 1 for RBO Fan. I'm looking sector 2, making the way through 3 and 4. The checkered flag going to come out. And it is good enough to pass his brother by 4 thousandths of a second. Now that seems to be the overall pace of the family. Asphalt Racer Braden, the last qualifier I believe so far of the day. He got the green flag. So it looks like the 951 team doing pretty good out here today. Currently qualified 5th. Let's see what Braden could do. Braden was his second fastest car in the practice session. However, the fastest car you currently see on the field. Lap 1 is going to move him up to 3rd place. Makes his way down the back straight into 3 and 4. Lap number 2 for Braden is going to go a little bit faster there. A single thousandth of a second behind Dabcat. And mind you, he's racing with a broken wrist. Green sector 2, he passes him. 2 more laps to go for Asphalt Racer Braden. He's pushing it. He's just got to cross over a single hundredth of a second faster than 824BB to take that time. 1 lap to go. Green sector 1 for Asphalt Racer Braden. Can they get it done? They go down the back straight at 1 final time to 3 and 4. The checker flag going to come out. Does he do it? He does not. However, he just managed to get himself a solid front row starting position from the outside, which to some may be a bit of an advantage. Just won't be taking those 2 pole points. Alright, that being said, if you guys could line up on the start-finish line. We're going to be clearing out all the extra cars. Again, please, if you are partaking in today's race, line up on the start-finish line. Order is as follows. Row 1. Inside is going to be 824BB. Outside will be Asphalt Racer Braden. Row 2 on the inside is going to be Dabcat. If Stephen Waters is running, he will be starting in the 4th place spot. 5th place qualified is RBO Fan. Then behind that is East 951. They get to share row 3 if everyone's partaking in this one. 7th place is Connor Farms. We're just going to get straight into today's business, so I think that is everyone that has partaken in qualifying. It is currently 5:18, so I think that's plenty of time to just get this show on the road. It's going to be 60 laps. Of course, we do overtime rules and everything else. You guys are all familiar with the inside-outside lane rules, right? Or is there anyone that is not? Kind of looking at RBO Fan, a little bit unsure about you. Do you, I'll give you a quick summarization. Okay, very short summarization here. Okay. Just, when it comes down, when I call, you're going to be single file. Don't, just, when it happens to be inside or outside, don't be the guy that chooses to start, or that goes through, like, the square. If you go through the square, you're in trouble. You go through the chevron, you're okay. Just don't be cheesy. It's going to be 60 laps. I don't think Steven is going to run, but we're going to let him be there. So that being second, everyone behind him. RBO Fan can move up to 4th place. Can East move up to the inside, and can Connor move around. Jake, why'd you take the 3? God damn it. Okay. You two, Connor and East, switch around. We don't do it by row, we do it by position. Do you want to start behind your brother? You want to take an EOL? Okay. He's sticking in EOL. That technically is an EOL, so please just you can start where he's supposed to be. That's fine. All right. Once you're ready, please turn your engine on. No Dabcat. Listen for Dabcat to rev. Our Dab's ready. So again, once you guys are ready, please do your best to head to your car. From the back to the front. My internet just shut itself, so okay, I think we're okay. Good thing that happened now and not later. But that being said, looks like Steve actually joined, so do you want to start from the rear? You did qualify in 4th. So, RBO Fan, you're going to be moved to the inside. What a lucky disconnection for Stephen Waters. Would have been already going. So that means that Connor can merge out to here. East, don't be cheesy. You could start from the back like that. Just don't be a cheeseball, please. Remember, there will be no passing until after we cross the start-finish line. With an exception to bad starters, doesn't mean you can pass the whole row. So, that being said, I think everyone is ready into cars. This is your last chance to hop out. We're going to do a 10-second countdown here. Pace speed is going to be 50 miles an hour on the inside. Outside, you'll be doing that on the straights. You'll be going fast in the turns. Yellow flags out. We're also going to need the car in last place to pass everyone, and it looks like Steve's not moving. Steve isn't moving, we're going to call it red. Alright. Stop on the front straight in your same positions. Steve, guy. We did a countdown. You're not supposed to be in your car if you can't go. Now Steve's gonna have to make up a lap. Steve, just go around the circuit. We're gonna go back to our previous positions. So Connor, move back a row. Steve, that is a warning, no penalty though. Just a warning. Don't do that again. Again, guys, if you aren't ready, then you shouldn't be. Then you need to jump out. We're gonna do another countdown from 10 seconds. Go in the car if he goes. Remember, we're gonna have a lot more zero tolerance towards bad pacing. You guys gotta listen to my calls today. So, we're gonna need the car in last place to pass everyone for a lap here. East, can you please do that? Doesn't matter how much you cut. We need you to do that in order to fix the timing system. East, pass everyone. East, pass everyone. East 9-1, pass every driver. Okay, you stop your car. Once you cross the line, once you cross the line, once you cross the line. Keep on fucking going, DS. Holy shit. Okay, now stop. Merge back to the back. Thank you. Connor, move up. That's why we got all these pace laps, so we can make sure that we get a good opportunity for a good start. I think that should fit the system, though. Remember, if you need to slow down at all, do it by letting off. Don't do it by slamming the brakes. That's how you cause traffic in real life. That's how you mess up the order. So that is a good word of advice, both in actual practical driving and just in this Lego racing or pacing. There's a little bit of lagging going on, but just have some patience here. We are looking overall a little bit better pacing-wise than we were in the past. You're going to need Dabcat to move up a little bit. Same for RBO and row 3. There's a little bit of lag, I get it. Just try to listen to what I say. Connor, move up. Connor, move up. Connor, move up. Okay, you're good. Alright, we are halfway done with pacing. There was a little bit of lag. Alright, Dabcat, please move it up. Okay, you're good. Just trying to make sure that we can stay pacing as best as we can. Remember, my best advice for you is to be a little bit ahead of the car to your side. Doesn't hurt to pace close to each other. The car to your side. Not in front, but the car to your side. Row 3, if you guys can move up. Specifically Connor. Remember, there will not be any passing until after the start-finish line, with an exception of somebody that has a bad start. We're going to try not to get into that situation. I really want us not to repeat the bullshit that we had yesterday. You guys know, I hope. Let's try not to do that again. So, I know it's hard with all the lag that you currently see, but you guys are doing a pretty good job despite it. I still need Dabcat to move up, though. Okay. RBO, move up. 1 lap to go here. This is it. Lights black. We'll be watching the lights on the GUI. We don't want Braden to move up. Don't sandbag. I'm watching you. Stay there. Green flag. It looks like sandbag does not work. He's not allowed to pass Connor. Goodies. Alright, well here we are for the lead. Currently, 84BB is your leader. Right behind him is Asphalt Racer Braden. Third place taken up today by Dabcat 145. Stephen Waters started us off in fourth place. He's being hunted down potentially by RBO Fan. There's also East 951 who's been making its rounds through the field. Started us off in last place. He's moved up 2 positions since the start. Let's look at your lead though. Currently, again, it's 84BB with Asphalt Racer Braden just behind him. However, it looks like Best Buy doing his absolute best to walk the field today. We'll be seeing a clinic here opening up at Plymouth. You know, there's only, I believe, a single proper hospital in the entire city. Maybe he should apply for a medical license. Make a good business out of it. Looks like our cars have kind of figured themselves out as far as pace goes. A little bit of a rubber band here, but how about East 951 closing in a little bit, little by little here on Stephen Waters. However, I would like to say this is Stephen's best performance in, I think, any class we've seen. Number 20 NOS car. They did actually, we did see that car in Victory Lane yesterday in the midget feature. That was, of course, when Gohan 131 took it to Victory Lane. Actually, cross-checker in first twice yesterday. That's a story for another time. First 10 laps, and it looks like 84B is leading us off. And I think the closest battle is that for fourth place. East 951 closing into the rear wing of the 20 NOS Energy machine. The way now through 1 and 2. East 951, the American 97 making the way down the inside, down the Plymouth Motor Speedway back straight away. And he will clear the 20, but the 20 looking to make some pace back, makes a bit of a slingshot around the outside. East is going to slightly tap the wall maybe. Hard to tell from the angle. Crossover move for the 4th place spot. Looks like the two 951 brothers are going to make their way up to the number 20 NOS Energy car. Both of them in very close proximity of each other. Meanwhile, Connor falls a lap beyond here to 84BB. Brady's going to make the move. Second car to overlap him. Again, if there is any caution, you get 1 lap back caution. Meanwhile, RBO Fan on the inside of Stephen Waters. He'll make the move for the 5th place spot here. That's going to merge Stephen back to 6th place. However, that was his strongest qualifying scene, and he held him off for a pretty good chunk of the race. So I do got to commend Stephen for that. You know, East 951's trying to get a groove on the track. He'll be looking to close in on the 3rd place car. Potentially here, we got Moneyman going slowly through the back straight away. They're going to make their defense straight just fine. Apologize for my current internet situation. Not the whole world to report at the moment. We just got our cars where they are, and it looks like we do have it enough. Stephen Waters does pull it into the inside of turn 4. We're going to keep it green. We're now down to 6 cars, 7 starters, 6 cars that will be close to finish the race as it is for now. And there goes Connor. I think Connor might be done for the day. That leaves us with 5 cars now. 64BB, Asphalt Racer, Braden Down, Caddy, East 951, and RBO Fan. Both of them gone. We're going to clear out the extra cars. hopefully reduce a little bit of the lag. Also going to get all the extra cars off the track as we're here. I don't think we're going to be seeing any cautions. This is a pretty easy class to drive, so I'm going to watch you guys in the background as we get the extra cars. Want to remind you guys, we'll be doing the Rots Mods Nets tonight. That'll be in an hour and a half, roughly. Practice starting in about 30 minutes. So those are all cleared out of the way. We're going to look back at the action on track. Meanwhile, RBO fan and your leader Best 5 find to stay on the lead lap or to be put a lap down here. 20 laps to go. Looks like RBO fan might be merging to a top 5 today. Of course, if there's any cautions, he'll get that lap back. He'll be able to fight, most likely with his brother, for position. I believe, for the most part, this race kind of settled itself out. A little bit of a polar opposite from the midget race we saw. But I will say it's been a pretty clean race overall. And with the track of this configuration, I don't think this is going to change. East 951 getting closer in by the leader, 824BB. So the 2951 car, or 2951 brothers might risk falling a lap down here. BB is held an absolute clinic today. 2.5 second gap between himself and the second place. We are already over halfway done, closing to the 20 to go mark. He's lapped 2 cars, and he's also pulled away from over half the field. Only 3 cars on a lead lap. That's your podium. As again, the driver with the broken wrist, Dab Pats, National Racer Braden in second, and then 824BB will mark the podium today. I don't think that will change any. Of course, any of those top 3 get into any troubles, you'll only be restarting from third. Cars aren't really stable though, so I highly doubt that's going to be a factor. 20 laps to go here. I really think the only developing storyline is the doubts that everyone had for 824BB. Best 5 has shown them what he's got. He's got a lot here, and he can show just overall that he's unstoppable when it comes to Plymouth. He was really good in the midget race. The only person who really bests out on him was Gohan. Now, Gohan's really good on looser setups. This is a very tight car. A lot of downforce, a lot of high grip. Really hard to kick these things loose. You get a little bit of it on the corner entry. Of course, they have a lot of rear braking as per the oval setups. We're going to see East 951 loosen a little bit down the back straight. I think they're just trying to run laps here. To finish in the top 4 today. It's kind of rings back to the old times when we ran the Formula Micros on Fridays at 5. We did that in the inaugural season. Kind of switched things up when it came to last year, but I do remember back in 2023, running these as a support class is all the rage. Of course, back in the ovals, there was only 2 classes really racing. So, I guess in a way, it's a little bit easier to just kind of have a little entry-level classes to figure out the cars. Now, these things are more akin to the Super Indies since their setup changed. Your leader takes 10 laps to go. Big shake. Classic flagman there over in the flag stand. The fastest lap time today, by the way, folks, that is Asphalt Racer Braden. They've been technically faster here than 824BB. They haven't had the consistency game going on at all. Meanwhile, off screen, we had a pass there by RBO fan on his brother. They end up passing East 951. RBO going to finish in the 4th position today as things stand. AT4BB now making their way down the front straightaway. Next time by, we'll be seeing 5 laps to go for the 45 beam racing machine. They've led every lap so far today. I don't think that's going to be something that's bound to change. No, they've run a pretty good race. Could have a pretty good non-controversial finish. He's pretty much established himself. So he makes his way down the front straightaway with 4 laps to go. Goes in to put these 2 laps down. Three laps to go. You're 45, making the way through 1 and 2. They've run all the way below the apron. Two to go. I'm not going to call that for ease. Gonna stay green. This car in last place. Based on the final lap. So your race winner is 824BB coming across the line. He will win it. Second place is going to go to Asphalt Racer Braden. Third place is going to go to Dabcat. Fourth place is going to go to RBO Fan. Fifth place will be Time 5-1. All right, well, congratulations to 824BB. It's been a while since your last win. I do remember that. So, good to see you back up here in Victory Lane. We're going to move your... if you move close to the... you can move down onto the apron. Yeah, give him the victory. Give him the flag. That'd be cool. Alright. Take a photo with you. Good job to everyone. Thank you guys for showing up. We will be back in a little bit with the Rots mods. I gotta set that up. We'll be doing open practice again. I'm gonna let my PC cool down a little. Might shut it down 30 minutes. But, yeah, I'm just gonna focus these next 20 minutes on getting the Rots mod set up. So, that being said, I can also move Lisa's car out of the way. Gonna stop doing laps, please, guys, for a second. Alright. Victory lane here. Again, we'll be interviewing every driver, but once we get this, I'm gonna work on getting everything else. Nice shirt, Best Vibes. What did I just open? I don't know what I just opened, but you know, that being said, to get this photo. Best 5, you are in fact unmuted. I want to say congrats on winning another one. I think this might be your first Formula Micro win. Do correct me if I'm wrong. I do know that you have a good history with open wheelers. A little bit of success in the midgets, a little bit of success in the Super Indies. We saw that at Arcadia. But what brought you today to Victory Lane? Seems like you had the track pretty well figured out.
I think it's the consistency, honestly. I had it over Braden. He had faster times than me, but I don't think he was running close enough to compete. I thought it was gonna be closer race than it was. I mean, it's kind of boring, but hopefully the Rocks mod are a better show.
Sure thing, man. Well, it looked like you had the track in the bag. Pretty much untouchable today. So, good job on that. If you do show up to the Rods mods, hopefully that'll make up for a good show. Whatever happens, happens. Good job on winning, though, overall. And is there anyone you'd like to thank to get you to Victory Lane today?
Probably Accelerate Racing and Meme Racing. That's probably it.
Alright. Well, thank you there, Best Vibes. We're going to now get a word out from second place. That is Asphalt Racer Braden. So, I got to give you out to your race winner here. Brian Dirtbags. Best Vibes. So up next here is Asphalt Racer Braden. Kind of a race just to run. A little bit of a polar opposite from yesterday's race. I think all of you guys are fearing this was going to be a little chaotic. Looked like a little bit of a disappointment. However, strong second place finish. How's the car today? How do you feel? And what was the race like for you?
Uh, I mean, practice went pretty well. I mean, was pretty much fastest overall out of all drivers that raced. Qualifying, I made a mistake on the good lap. I tend to keep my good laps for the last lap, and I messed up in I think 3 and 4 and went a little too wide and clipped the wall a little bit and slowed me down. I mean, it was all right racing. Hopefully, Rocks Mods goes better, like the 45 said. he put on a clinic. I had nothing for him. I tried to get some speed out of it during the race, but it takes me a while to get these laps clicked off that I want. Um, but yeah, I mean, can't thank the DGS team for another fast ride. See what the 22 has tonight for DGS with the Craftsman Devil.
All right. Well, solid performance for GGS. Hopefully, we will be seeing you in a little bit. Good race today. Up also in the O's 5-4, we have Dabcat, the last car to finish on the lead lap. Again, this guy is an absolute unit. Managed to pull a third with a broken wrist. Love the new ride, by the way.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm very happy with how the new livery turned out. It was worth staying up late before school completely. I really enjoy the livery. I'm liking how it looks. Uh, you know, I'm kind of glad to be a part of the little DGS team now. Yeah, big news drop. Yep, I'm part of DGS now. I'll probably, try and make some of my liveries more DGS orientated, add a little purple to them and see how they go. I'm really enjoying this micro livery so far. And, so far the race was really enjoyable. There was no complaints at all. I was actually kind of expecting for a caution. I was kind of preparing myself of like, oh, maybe there's going to be a caution. I'll catch up and, see how it goes. But, I'm happy for a very easy P3, very calm, laid back, collected. I'm a little upset that, I feel like I could have done a bit better in qualifying, but, I can only do just so much qualifying practice and just do whatever. The new rewrap on the arm is also doing a lot better. I had to rewrap it today because it was just starting to fall apart. So I gave myself more mobility in my fingers, and yeah, it's going great. So hopefully this is a good sign for any more racing that comes up, that I'll have some more good luck and not just terrible bad luck streaks.
Sure thing, man. Well, I hope that your hand gets better. I know it's been a bit of a tough ride these past. I think you broke about a week ago, if I recall correctly, right?
Almost. Tomorrow will be a week.
Yeah. So, uh, best of luck on the recovery. Looks like you're doing pretty good so far. Uh,
Yeah.
no, I know that it's a little bit more than just a little bit more than just what you're wearing. I hope that everything heals up pretty well. I've been there, not as bad as that. I know an ATV crash is pretty fucking terrible. So,
Well, especially when it's 20 miles an hour, you meet a tree and have a big date with it, and yeah, it was very eventful.
yeah. So, that being said, is there anything else that's on your mind here?
Other than just, thanking my dad for, giving me the opportunity to do this, and, raising me so that I become a decent driver and have some of these things as a basic thing. Um, and, thanking obviously everyone else for providing a good race and hosting the race.
All right, well that's pretty solid there, Dabcat. Thank you. We're gonna move on to the next cars down. I believe that would be East 951. East, do you want to do an interview? I believe you're gonna be interested yourself, but I'll do it for you anyways. All right, so East 951 here. Uh, e.
Hey, whoa.
Wait.
It
Oh
ain't,
yeah, I'm wrong.
fuck
I'm
you, it
wrong.
ain't my interview.
It ain't. Yeah.
Bitch.
Sorry. I forgot about your brother. I saw the 951 car cross in fourth, and my mind hyper locked on that. All right, we'll give you a second here, East. Let's get a word out from your brother. He deserves it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. RBO fan, I see you are currently rotating the 951
Yep.
machine. These these
Some
sky
may
donuts.
say that I got fourth today, but I think I won.
Oh, you definitely won out of the
Is-
little brother war here that went on.
Because I personally thought that I was gonna do shitty this race, and I didn't. And that is where my victory comes from.
That's fair enough. Honestly, P4 out of the 7 entries is a pretty solid debut race. I gotta give it to you, man. I know that was a bit of a survival deal for you. The two other competitors in East also just kind of just died. But yeah. But it is what it is. A fourth place is a fourth place. That is racing for you. So hopefully, we'll see you coming out with strong performances in the future. That was a pretty good performance for your debut, just a single position off of a podium. So honestly,
I
good
would
job on
like to
that.
say the
Mhm.
instrumental switch I made is to mouse steering. Cannot vouch enough.
Robo is happy to hear that as a dedicated mouse steerer.
Yes, sir. So that's propaganda right there.
I don't want to be that guy, but on my screen, I won that race.
Uh huh.
Everyone slammed on the brakes, and then I did 3 laps, and then the race was over.
Oh, so that's what I was
definitely won
curious.
that.
I was curious. Like he froze completely, but I was like, I don't think he's gonna disconnect.
Definite-
It's like 3 to go. He's last place. Let's. I didn't want
I
to repeat the
definitely
shit.
won on my. I definitely won on my screen. Oh, whatever. Also, I would like to sue Dabcat for plagiarism.
Oh, why's that?
Because look at the front of his fucking micro, and then look at my micro. He's got to change that. He's got to change that shit. Teddy, did someone give you fly, or are you just flying?
Somebody gave it to me.
I'm gonna check logs real quick.
I'm running 6s though.
Okay, Jake gave you fly. All right.
Yeah, I think he's.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely won that. So whatever. Scoreboard can say what it wants, but it's not what happened.
All right. Well, we got the Rots mods up in a bit. Still want to say thanks for turning out today, East.
I'll be here for the rocks too. Don't worry.
All right. Oh, whatever one.
I wouldn't let my boy Jay Gibby down. Which, by the way, I saved you in my phone as Jay Gibby today. So
Silly.
it's officially your name.
Very silly.
Joshua Gibbs is his name.
I've been
He's
done already
Jay
before.
Gibby now, bruh.
But yeah.
He's Jay Gibby.
That being said, though, East, still thanks for turning out today. Hope you enjoyed the race. I know you probably were a little bit frustrated. It is what it is.
No, I was having fun. I was just listening to music.
All right.
Wasn't
Just fucking
I'm
around
not
today.
I'm not super competitive here. I've come to peace with it.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna do rocks mods because I think they're fun.
All right. That's fair enough. So, that being said, I guess I'm gonna probably wrap up the stream here. By the way,
I'm gonna go
folks,
get high as fuck before this rocks mod race.
God help us. The Rots mods will be up in an hour. Practice is gonna start very shortly, though. So, stick around for that. We'll be doing.
I'm excited to see what pace I should be running. How far off am I?
Yeah, so
Dog
that'll be up in
shit.
7
Dog
p.m.
shit
Practice
pace.
starting in a little bit. So see you guys in a second.
When Robo, when is who's coming for rocks like confirmed?